Our next topic and last for this first day of Deal Done conference is strategic recruitment and team collaboration, aligning transfers with club vision. Few people have experienced football from as many different perspectives as our next speaker. As a player, as an agent, and now a club executive, he has seen many of the successful football organizations align leadership and long-term strategy. Today, he brings that perspective to one of the most important challenges facing modern clubs, building teams that reflect a clear football vision. Please welcome to the stage Bachana Tskhadadze. Bachana is the General Director of FC Rustavi, former Georgian international football player, played professionally in Georgia, Azerbaijan, Albania and France, former Bastia player.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Very happy to be invited as a speaker to this event. Thank you to Edward and all hosts and all the people responsible for organizing this event. Our story is very sentimental, I would say, because as our host mentioned, after finishing my football career, I founded a football agency which worked for 3 years, and when everything was going quite well, my friends from the city of Rustavi, which is the second largest city in Georgia. It's just next to the capital, Tbilisi. It's very traditional football-wise, and the football was in a very bad situation, and the city elected the new mayor, which is a close friend, and they asked for help, to reach out to help the club not to drown forever and not to disappear from the map, because FC Rustavi is the club which had players like Kvaratskhelia and Mamardashvili going through FC Rustavi after Dinamo Academy, and the club helped them a lot in the first steps in their career. And unfortunately, after these players left the club, instead of growing and expanding, the club was in a big trouble financially and sporting-wise, without any vision and everything. So into 2022, I took the responsibility to save the club with my partners. At the moment, I'm the general director and the co-owner of the club. We are 100% private. So the story started when the club was going down in the third division of Georgia. You can imagine how low it can be. Without any facilities, with an old stadium, last reconstructed in 1985. So the starting point was lower than zero. And we had a plan, first of all, to clean the environment and to save the club, and in the first 3 years, to get back to the Premier League of Georgia. Fortunately, we could manage it, and this year we got promoted to the Premier League after 6 years. FC Rustavi is back in the elite of Georgian football, and also the infrastructural projects are going quite well. We managed to build the academy facility together with the local government for 1,200 youth players, and we are in the process of rebuilding the stadium for 8,000 spectators, UEFA 4th category. So we are going as planned. Hopefully we will continue to progress, and it's an amazing story. I call it like a Cinderella story. Nobody believed in this project at the beginning. Even we had some doubts also when we arrived at the club. You can imagine there was nothing. The team was going down, and it was quite a big challenge. But we managed it through hard work, 24/7. We don't stop. We didn't have any structure, and we created this structure. And at this moment, what is necessary to function as a club, everything is working, I would say, quite well. Of course, there is always space and time for improvement. And yeah, I will try to tell you of how we do the recruitment process and the transfers, aligning with the vision of the club, because we have a vision based on the situation, of the current situation, and this is like a short-term plan, but it is a part of a long-term mission. And the mission of FC Rustavi for Georgian football is to create the players which will be national team players of Georgia in the future. And of course, we are always open for foreign young talents, and this is quite a good mix. If you later look closer to our squad, we have 10 foreign players, and average 7 of them, they play in the starting 11. So this is quite a good mix. Yeah, our vision is to create a sustainable football club capable of competing consistently at the highest level. And at the moment we are in the halfway of the season. It's our first season in the Premier League after 6 years, and we are second, third, tied with Torpedo Kutaisi, who have 10 times the budget like us. I would say in euros we have 1 million euros yearly budget, and the competitive teams, the other teams, they have 10 times more, a couple of them. And it makes me really proud to say that so far we're doing good, and on the long term we want to stay as a club who will fight for always for the top 3 to gain the chance to compete in the European competitions. Yeah, the playing philosophy of our team is that if you see the famous Georgian players, you like the attacking players. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia is like one of the diamonds of world football now, and the characteristics is that he is individually very strong. And the playing style of our club we want to create is that to produce as many technical and individually strong players as possible. So the recruitment process, and also in the academy level, which we are starting from September, we will try to produce these kind of players. Of course, we will not create many Kvaratskelias every year, but it's a challenge for us to be one of the first clubs in Georgia to have a new methodology. We started collaboration together with Sporting Lisbon, and hopefully in September we will successfully open a football school together with the new methodology of Sporting Lisbon, because we believe that Portuguese football is developing quite well, and it's quite similar to the style of Georgian players. And yeah, we think that this will help to produce more individually strong players. And yeah. Yeah, every transfer we make, we always try to have like basic 3 things: that the player that we sign, especially the foreign player, must be better than the local ones, because there is no point in signing a foreign player if he's not better than the locals. Also, the age matters, because we are at the moment we are a small club in all ways, and we have to have a chance to develop the player to be attractive to sell later on. First of all, give results to the club, and when the club is successful and has positive results, of course the player is individually more attractive to agents and to better leagues. And also, of course, we have a good reputation thanks to Kvara and Mamardashvili, because they passed through FC Rustavi. It was many years ago, but anyway, you always see on the football map of these players our club logo, and it's very honorable. So we will try to use this as much as possible in the future. Yeah. In the sporting department, I manage myself all the sporting departments because I have quite a good experience. For myself, I had a lot of education. I had time because at the end of my career, which was finished very soon because of an injury, I had time to educate myself, and I passed, I think, all the possible programs that I could. UEFA CFM program, Johan Cruyff football management, also the PFSA scouting, and all the sporting department. What I could manage, I finished all the programs, and I have quite a good experience and knowledge. Also, by choosing the head coach, we try to always find a coach who is suitable for our playing style, attacking football. And last year, when we were fighting for promotion, when it was the 6th or 7th game, we were trailing by 6 points, and 2 games later we were trailing 11 points from first place. And in Georgia, the second division, the first team only gets promotion automatically, and second and third they play playoffs. So we were trailing by 11 points, and we decided to sign a coach who I had a personal experience of working with as a player, and he plays really attacking and attractive football, and at the same time he had the job to promote the club trailing 11 points from the first place. Thanks God we managed it, and we got the promotion, and together with the promotion we managed to attract so many people in Georgian football inside, so far inside, and hopefully in a couple of years internationally, that everybody in the country was talking about our club. How is it possible to play attacking, attractive football and get results? So I think that football in the last years is lacking globally, attractive and attacking football. It's more like, let's say, I would use the word robots. The players are the same, and only players like Guara, Olise, and Dembele, and so on, individually skilled players, they make the fans go to the game. So I think something is going wrong, because most of the clubs, they just focus on results and pragmatic football. In the long-term process, I think this will kill the football that we love. We all love football because it's for the fans. It's not only for the results. Okay, the results give finances, but at the end, I agree with the opinion that without fans, football is nothing, and it's not an entertainment, and it's not fun. And we saw this during the COVID process. You saw the empty stadiums. It was not fun at all. So in this direction, yeah, we try to keep it like this. And yeah, sometimes it can be not always positive results, but we will not change the direction, and we will try to play attractive and attacking football and produce individually skilled players. The priority in the long term will be academy players, but as I already mentioned, we didn't have a good methodology and a system in the academy level. Only this year in March we finished the facilities of the academy, and in September we will restart the academy and the football school together with Sporting Lisbon. And this is a long-term plan, and hopefully, let's say in 4 or 5 years, we already can have some product from the academy which will be good for the first team and generally for the Georgian national team, because at the moment we also have 3 players in under 21 Georgia national team, but no players in the first national team. So this is one of our goals in the long term, to produce players for the national team of Georgia. Yes, as the previous speaker mentioned, we also use traditional scouting together with data. I think it's impossible to make scouting today without data, and Today I also had the opportunity to meet a guest here who offered a new platform, which is very interesting, and hopefully we will manage to work together. And it's very interesting to have numbers because it's good for recruitment, and it's also good to plan transfers going in and going out. You can always show the numbers when you are bringing in a player. You can always make a plan. What is the potential progress of the player? And it is very important to use the data in scouting. Yeah, that's generally what I wanted to tell you about. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, ready to answer.
Any questions? Yes.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. It's impressive from third division, you guys like going to third division to top league. But I want to know internal transfers in Georgian ecosystem. Like, is it having academy? Is it just a cost for clubs, big clubs, or is it really perspective players can be sold in your Arenal Liga?
As I understood, you are meaning that if the clubs are making internal transfers between each other. Yes, this is actually a problem, and we are fighting for this because we think that all the academies who function in our country should have a piece, their piece, and we are ready always to pay the academy that grew the player and made all the contribution. But unfortunately, I think it happens quite everywhere, especially in Eastern Europe, that the big clubs always steal the diamonds. And yeah, we are fighting for this so that it will be a very clean environment in this direction. And a couple of clubs are joining us. And yeah, that's really the big issue, I think. And if there will be no internal transfers, especially from the bigger clubs, it's impossible for the smaller clubs to exist.
Yes.
I must commend you for a job well done. I want to ask if you're in your scouting, are you looking at the African markets? If you are, how are you doing? How are you doing your scouting in Africa? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Yes, we have collaboration with the Football Academy in Ghana, Soccer Bridge Academy, which we started like in a test. We invited a couple of players on trial, and 80% of the players were successful. We signed 3 of the players, and we recommended them to second division clubs, the other players, and all of them stayed in Georgia. So I can say they were not 80%, 100% successful. And yeah, African market is very interesting, as the South American market. And of course, sometimes you find players that you are surprised to get in the big competition because, you know, the bigger leagues and the bigger clubs, they are always hunting for talents. In documentation-wise, it's a little bit difficult now to bring many players, but, you know, at the moment we paused the trials from Africa because we are waiting for some changes in the documentation of the visas. Hopefully until end of the summer it will be fixed. And yeah, we will keep scouting the African market because these players that we invited from Ghana, they are one of the best players in our club. They were with us when we got promoted, and they are even doing better now in the Premier League of Georgia. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you.